snacks and chocolates in between Chocolate here for another video review. Yes, it's the new Guylian, I don't know how you'd say it. Premier Belgian chocolate since 1958. Yes, Dark Praline Seashells. We've all sort of seen the regular seashells out in the milk. Well, these are milk chocolate, milk chocolate ones, I guess, with a sort of swirl of other things in. The milk chocolate ones tend to have a sort of swirl of white chocolate in there, I guess. But these are just dark chocolate. Yes, I did review those years back, I think, very a long time ago. Luke Harrigan, a regular on the channel, back in the day. I think he's gone in the background a bit now, but he used to love those and asked me to review them. And I think that's why I did do them after his recommendation. And I was never too keen on them, basically, because they're just a bit too creamy for me, Belgian milk chocolates, generally. But this one's dark chocolate, so I think this one should be right up my street. There's a praline as well, so that does add to the sickliness. But I think this might complement each other quite well, having this dark chocolate and the praline in the middle. Now it's a 72% cocoa as well in shell. So yeah, so I think it definitely, it's a strong dark chocolate, so I reckon this might actually work. And what does it say at the bottom? 20 chocolates with dark hazelnut praline filling. Okay, 225 grams, 7.94 ounces. All right, yeah, very interesting. So very excited for this one. I think it should actually work. Now it looks a bit plainer, doesn't it? There was the regular ones. I was going to get them as well, but you know, I've got enough in the backlog as it is, and I've reviewed them in the past. But it does look a bit, I mean, it does look very, I don't know. I know it might be, I think the target age group of these might be quite, you know, let's say it's not aimed at teenagers, let's put it that way. But I mean, even so, surely it can make it look a bit more interesting than this. I mean, look at how bland this looks. It looks really boring. Almost looks like an own brand product, doesn't it? You would think this was made by Tesco or, you know, Morrison's or Asda or something like that, you know. Although I would say Asda would probably make it yellow, so not green, strangely enough. But yeah, so they might actually look nicer, but so you know what I mean. Definitely, I don't know, it really looks bland and boring, I must say. Really does look, it just looks rubbish, really. But never mind. It's obviously, you can't judge a book by its cover and all this and the other, but even so, it doesn't look very interesting. And of course the fact that they're all the same as well, so, you know, yeah, there's a bit, I mean, that is a problem. It's good and a bad thing, isn't it? That obviously you get all the things you want many times over, but, you know, you think they could vary it up a bit, but that's just the way it is, I guess. Alright, so Guylian. I'm going to say Guylian. I always said Guylian in the past, but I'm sure it's probably Guylian. We've got a sort of a QR code type affair going on. Scan for Guylian info. How to pronounce it, maybe. No soy, it says. No palm oil. 100% recyclable. 100% ingredients of natural origin. Suits vegetarians. No alcohol. And I think that's kosher, I think. I don't know if that also means halal. It's got like some other symbol there, but I'm sure that's kosher. Strange how it's not halal as well. I think they both tend to go hand in hand, but maybe they don't. I mean, I'm not a massive expert on those things. It says, enjoy our Guylian Belgian chocolate seashells and experience the melting softness of that unique hazelnut praline wrapped in premium dark chocolate, or dark Belgian chocolates, and our iconic seashells are still made to the original recipe of our founders, Guy and Lilian. Okay, or Guy. I guess it's Guy, isn't it? So it probably is Guylian. Because I guess Guy, I'm sure, well, I'm assuming the French or, well, Belgian. I assume the Belgian, so Guy and Lilian. It is Guylian, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Well, this makes sense there. That's how it's done. Well, I could be wrong. I'm sure French Guy is Guy, isn't it? You know, I could be completely wrong. But anyway, I'm going to say Guylian from now on. All right. Right, who developed their own unique way of roasting the hazelnuts in copper kettles to create that delicious, deep, nutty taste. Our passion for chocolate excellence extends to the high quality ingredients we use. We purchase 100% of the cocoa for Guylian chocolates, okay, from fair trade producers to ensure that local farmers receive a guaranteed price for their cocoa beans production. All Guylian chocolates are palm and soy free to further reduce our environmental footprint, and we only use 100% ingredients of natural origin. So it says natural origin, so that does sound, I don't know, possible open to exploitation, doesn't it? Natural origin, but doesn't mean things aren't added after that. But nonetheless, it all sounds pretty good. I think that's fair enough. There's lots of stuff on there that definitely most of our products only have one or two of at most. So yeah, so it's not bad. Okay, so filled Belgian chocolates, filling 57%. Ingredients: dark chocolate, cocoa mass, sugar, fat reduced cocoa powder, butter, oil, and milk. All right, lots of stuff. Okay, dark chocolate 72% minimum. Chocolate 48% minimum. All right. I don't know what it means by chocolate 48% minimum. Is that something else? Does it? I'm sure it's only dark chocolate, but okay. Maybe it's from the, I don't know, praline filling. I'm not sure. There we go. All right. Is there anything else of interest? There's the weightage again, 225 grams, 7.94 ounces. And keep dry, 16C, 65 Fahrenheit. Okay, some other stuff there. Made in Belgium, ways to get in touch. Fair trade, PEFC, I think that's a read it really there, but I think it's to do with rainforest and things like that, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. But alright, there we go. Alright, calories here. So per 100 grams, 550 calories, so well on the top end of the 500 to 550 scale that chocolate products tend to have, from my experience reviewing them on this channel. 38 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. So for the whole box, obviously, it's over double this. Double and a quarter, so 125 times all this. So yeah, so maybe I'll do a caption now to show how much calories this whole box. Alright, well there we go. Don't think there's much more to say. Looks quite interesting on the side. Dark praline. Dark praline. Guylian. Yeah, that's interesting. Alright, well I think, let's just move myself down, give them an open. Let's do it. Okay everyone, going to give these new Guylian Dark Praline Seashells an open. Yes. So very interesting indeed, very interesting. Just notice that it said on the back that by Guy and Liliane, the original founders of it, from the Belgian, so probably pronounced Guy and Liliane. And I've just noticed that the L actually is capitalised. So yeah, interesting. So presumably, maybe Liane was a shortened name, maybe. Not sure. Alright, some seashells there. Alright, let's give it an open then. There is a pull tab. Whether we'll be able to open it very easily despite that, I'm not sure, because you always need to find the edge and they're always impossible to find. Aren't they? So yeah, so alright, let's try and give it an opening. So time we're going to do about 1,050 reviews, something like that. Well, there we go, found it. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. And top right of the corner, to play some other reviews, well, some other related ones. Probably mainly dark chocolate ones, but who knows, we'll see what else I can find and put there. So yeah, after watching this video, like, subscribe, go check us out. Hopefully you enjoy those too. Alright, so let's nice feel of a box. Same before, it does look a bit bland, but it feels quite nice. Right, so how do we actually open this? Okay, opens from the top. There we go. We just feels like there's a special way of opening this, but I can't quite. Has it got like a flip top? I think it has. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yes, there we go. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Wow, look at that. I must say, it does look nice inside. Bit of a shame this bit is so. I mean, look at that. That's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Could have a nice picture on there. Could have had a sheet on top. Often these products have a sheet on top to stop this happening. You know, never really understand why until now. But you can see the difference. Look at that. So that's a bit poor. It looks a bit rubbish. That for something that's not cheap. These were about £6 for this box, by the way. You know, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. You know, so 20 divided by 6. I mean, what's that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, it's about 30p of chocolate, isn't it? I think £3. Yeah, 30p of chocolate. So quite expensive that when you think about it. Quite expensive. All right. Look pretty nice, don't they? Look pretty good. Different sort of types of shapes. I mean, I guess one thing is it's all symmetrical by it as well. I guess one thing that's quite good about this is the fact that there's no real difference between shapes that I know of anyway. There we go. I must say I'm not a big seafood fan, so the design generally doesn't really do it for me, but I can appreciate it. Yeah, all right. Interesting. Not sure which way this one's going to go. Probably that way. So good designs. I don't think there's really much to say about them, though. Really, other than that they are different types of seashells. I mean, or sea creatures. Although I guess this is a seahorse, it does kind of ruin the effect a bit to an extent, because the other one's presumably you eat as seashells, whereas this one's a seahorse. So, I mean, seashells, you know, seahorses aren't seashells, so don't quite. It is a bit of a strange one. I'm not sure why that is in there, but I guess it's a classic design. But yeah, all right. I don't know if there's much. I'm not going to measure all of them. I don't think. That's a waste of time. Yeah, there's quite a lot of different. There's 10 different designs, isn't there? So, but they're all roughly the same. I don't think there's a difference between them. I'm going to assume there isn't, but let me know in the comments if there is. We'll look at the seahorse one. It's pretty interesting. Double-sided design on these sides is not too special. I don't know. Is it worth me? I don't think it's worth me measuring it, but I will measure just this one. 4.3 centimeters long. And the width, obviously, it's the weight for the box, isn't it? Really, about 1.6 width there. Yeah. All right. Let's give it a bit of a chop then, so it's like on the inside. Sorry, seahorse. All right. So there you go. So you can see distinctly on the inside. It's lots, not a dark filling, that's for sure. But I think that's going to be why it works in this case, because you're going to get, you know, the nice dark chocolate balancing out the sweetness of the centre, perhaps. Yeah, so as it say, where's the actual bottom? It's got hazelnuts in. I didn't quite make it out. There, you can sort of see just there. Hazelnuts. So it's a hazelnut praline by the looks of it. But yeah, but it looks, yeah, looks very nice. Does it smell hazelnuts? It smell mainly dark chocolate, to be honest with you. So you can see dark chocolate on my fingers there. But yeah, well, I don't have as much more to say really. Nice thick dark chocolate. Nice praline in the middle. But does it taste nice? Let's serve myself up. Give it a taste. Okay, everyone, going to give these, yes, new Guylian Dark Praline Seashells. Yeah, 72% cocoa in shell. A taste, very nice indeed. So it is Guylian, I think. I'm sure it is. Well, Guy and Lillian, or Guy and Lillian, the two people behind it, presumably the Belgians. So, yeah, so that's where they get the name from. All right, so interesting, interesting. All right, well, let's give it a taste. I've got one I chopped in half earlier, so we'll taste half of this one. This is the seahorse one, which isn't a seashell, so I don't know why. It's a bit strange. Fossilized seahorse maybe, but other than that, I'm not sure. It's very strange. But since all the others are seashells, I mean, you know, it doesn't. Guess does it matter? Who knows? But there we go. It is a bit of an oddity. But yeah, interesting. So yeah, the problem with these ones I've had in the past, in the milk chocolate ones, were concerned with the milk chocolate's too creamy for me. Belgian milk chocolate tends to be a bit too creamy, a bit too sickly, and I'm not a massive fan of pralines. So both of them put together, don't mind them, but they're very average, very normal, typical thing. Especially nowadays, we get pralines and noisettes and what's the word, truffle fillings in everything. But this one, I feel like the fact it's got dark chocolate on the outside and it's a strong dark chocolate would work pretty well with the praline. Hazelnut praline it is as well, so I'm not a big, massive fan of hazelnuts either, but as I say, chopped and in pralines I don't mind as much. So yeah, so we'll see. So in theory on paper, it's not my, you know, not perfect match for me, but we'll see. So but yeah, I'm excited for this one all the same. I feel like the dark chocolate should hopefully balance out the praline centre. So let's give it a go. Interesting. It's interesting, you know. Interesting. It's very it is a strong, bitter dark chocolate, and it's nice actually. And like I was thinking, the praline centre really, you know, works quite well with it actually. So it balances out the sort of strength of the dark chocolate, and adds a bit of a creaminess to it, a sweetness to it. It's not bad. I think my problem with it is it's a bit. I feel like the praline centre would be more interesting if it was flavoured in some way. You know, if you had different flavours and things. I feel like it's just quite standard. You know, it's like a typical praline centre. You know, and it's just, you know, we just taste them so often. In most chocolate selections nowadays, you have like a praline or a truffle, and all kind of very similar. And that's the problem with these ones. They're just quite. It's just quite a mundane flavour, really. Unfortunately, I think the dark chocolate is really nice, and I think the contrast between the dark chocolate and the praline centre is very nice. Actually, you don't taste much of hazelnuts. You know, you never kind of do in these praline centres generally. Kind of do a bit maybe, but not much. But it's generally pretty nice. But it's just the fact it's just quite a bland centre. It's just quite bland. It's quite mundane. It's quite normal these days. I say it would be really nice if it was like a coffee centre or a strawberry centre or an orange centre or a mint centre or any other flavour really other than what it is. I mean, I guess to have one or two just regular non-flavoured pralines in the selection would be quite interesting, quite nice. But they're all like this as well, so that every single one of these is the same. There's quite a lot of chocolates in here. Which was a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20 chocolates, you know, I've had one of them. You know, so there is quite a lot, but they're all the same, and that you know is the case with all the, you know, the seashells and the regular milk chocolate one as well. You know, that's what they're about. So I'm sure they have like, it's like a white chocolate marbling effect in the milk chocolate ones. So I'm sure there's a bit of white chocolate in there. Obviously isn't in this case. We're quite interested if there was, but although I think in this one it doesn't need it. I think you do just want to have the dark chocolate to take full advantage of the dark chocolate. I don't think mixing in white chocolate or something would work. Because you've got that mix of the praline centre anyway. That kind of balances it out to an extent. But yeah, I think for me, this one just a bit. It's just a bit mundane. It just needs to have some other flavours. I think a coffee flavour, for instance, would be brilliant with this. I think flavouring that praline coffee would be fantastic. I tell you, that would be really nice. I can imagine that would be almost like a 4 or 5, probably 4.5 or 5 out of 5. You know, just for that one chocolate alone. Really, I mean, obviously, might result for the rest of the chocolates might lower down the selection. But you know, but yeah, I just feel that's the problem. It's a nice chocolate, and it's not a bad one, but it's just not that exciting. It's a bit mundane. It ticks the boxes basically, but not too much more than that. But nice dark chocolate, as I say, strong enough, and it's balanced out with the praline centre, which is nice enough. But that's about it, really. So what can I give it? I feel like it's a very low 4 out of 5. I was going to say high 3.5, but is it high 3.5? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. I feel like 3.5 is not a good enough score for it, but I don't feel like it's. Yeah, it's. I feel like 3.5 is not the right. It's too low, but I feel like 4 is perhaps too high. So, but I don't give 3.75s or anything like that. I feel like, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because it does do what it does and it does it well enough. It's just about a 4 out of 5, but I think on any other day it could easily be a 3.5. Screaming out for more flavours and more fillings, basically. But let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know if you think of these ones and the seashells in general, whether you like them or not. Leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you. Always doing best to reply. Check out the videos appearing on the screen now. Great to support my channel by continuing to watch my content. And check out the YouTube member program and Discord server. Links in the description for those. And have a great day. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.